The first thing I mentioned is to bring up a child, is to bring up yourself. Do you agree to that? Because every moment we teach, we are also learning through the process. The moment we refuse to learn, we cannot be a fit teacher. Because every moment we are interacting with a student or a child, we have to understand him or her and give her an answer as it is needed in the situation. No prepared answer will work. They will ask such questions that you will not have any answer at all. You may say God, God, God and all that. The small boy may ask that mother, who has created God? Then you are stuck. You cannot reply him. So he can ask any questions. Through every question we have to learn. And to learn, we have to be very open always to grow ourselves. To inculcate a value in others, we must possess it ourselves. This goes without saying. I just wanted to remind, and just now I spoke about it also. To imbibe any virtue, we must love the virtue. Here there is something might be a little new for you. That often people ask that how to acquire that virtue, how to acquire equality. I want stability, or I want poise, or I want to love people. How to acquire? This question is very common, but the answer is very simple. If we love that virtue, love means a wholesome love for that virtue. If we have, we don't have to do anything. Automatically we will imbibe that virtue. I often say that I have imbibed purity looking at flowers, some flowers. Some flowers have their expression of the purity is very high. So looking at that flower, I can drink purity, I used to say. That is it not just because of the love for purity. It is like that. I belong to Jamshedpur, so the other day I was taking people around, I was saying that most of my evenings I have spent in a graveyard in Jamshedpur. Not only here, after that I went to St. Xavier's College, Calcutta, where the biggest graveyard is there, that Park Circus Christian graveyard. So most of the evenings I used to simply sit there. Nobody would be there, absolutely lonely. And it's a very old graveyard where even the lords who had ruled during the British East India Company, their graveyard also is there. So on each grave there are some sculptures. Some of the angels, they are done so well, their face, it radiates purity. So I used to sit there and simply look at those angels or the sculptures, and I used to drink purity from that. So I always say that it is the love for purity that we are able to imbibe purity. It is not only purity, anything, any virtue. If we have a genuine love for that virtue, automatically you will imbibe that. So I have given here a test for that, whether I have a love for the virtue or not. Did you see that? That if we love a virtue, then even if I don't have it, anybody else possesses it. Seeing that, I will feel happy. Seeing the virtue expressed through anybody, even in our enemy also. Suppose a person I do not like. So generally I would not like to see any virtue in them. It is because we don't have a real love for the virtue. That is why it is the likes and dislikes for the person is tarnishing my love for virtue. If I am really loving that virtue, then wherever it is, I would be very happy seeing it. Do you get my point, or it's difficult? In our ashram, if any brahmachari or any person, so to say, comes and we see a very clear, innocent face, we are so happy. Whether he or she belongs to our ashram or not, we don't bother about it. From wherever the person has come, that purity in the face, the innocence in the face, we will be very happy about it. In most of the cases, perhaps if it is your child, you will be happy. If it is another's child and whom you do not like, then you will not be happy seeing the purity also. Because the love has not become a pure love for the virtue alone, not for the people. So it is getting tarnished by that. So whether we really love the virtue or not, you can easily test your mind. seeing that, whether I am being happy, seeing the virtue not only in me, in others also. If you love the virtue like that, you will find automatically those qualities will come to you. So to acquire any quality, imbibe any quality, we have only to simply love that quality. That is enough.